Welcome back, everybody, to the Philadelphia Eagles franchise here on Madden 22. Today we've got two more primetime games, Week 6 at home Sunday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys, and Week 7 on the road at Soldier Field against the Chicago Bears for some Monday Night Football. The Cowboys and the Bears were the two teams who we beat last year in the playoffs, so both of these teams have had their calendars marked for their game against us for quite some time. So I think both of these teams are really going to be looking for revenge. Currently, our Eagles are 5-0. We have been fantastic to start the season on both sides of the ball. The offense is clicking. The defense is clicking. Last episode, we had two games against the Lions and Niners, both of which were blowout wins, in which the offense scored at least 40 points both games, and the defense allowed less than 20 both times. In Week 4, Malachi Madison won the Offensive Player of the Week. And then in Week 5, we had the very first father-son duo in NFL history to take it home with Xavier Howard and his dad, Tykeem Keon, because Keon fathered him the entire game. Yes, Xavier Howard had 3 interceptions, but he got torched by Tykeem Keon, who's been probably the best offensive player in football through 5 weeks. So we've got a list of pop-ups for us to complete that starts with a meeting about a prospect in this draft class, which isn't all that important because this is probably the last full season of the series, so we're not going to have any more custom-made draft classes. So for the long-term sim, it'll probably be auto-generated players, which is why we haven't done any prospect profiles this season, and we probably will not do any prospect profiles throughout the regular season itself. The reporter wants to talk to us about Dak Prescott. We know he's very good. He's one of the more efficient passers in the NFL, and he's got a great receiving core featuring Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Chet Kucharski, Lamar Gallagher. He has plenty of targets to throw the football to. And it looks like this game is going to be in heavy rain. When we beat Dallas last year in the playoffs, it was in a blizzard. So it looks like we're going to have, once again, major weather implications. This is an opportunity for us to really set the tempo on the ground. I've really wanted to be a ground and pound team throughout this series, and I definitely feel like we've done that. This year, we've been a little bit more pass-oriented with the addition of Malachi Madison, but we can get back to our running roots today, if you will. I do also want to take a brief look at the standings through 5 weeks. Currently, there are only 4 teams in the NFL undefeated. The Baltimore Ravens are the only one in what is a very even AFC with a lot of divisions very close. You've got some teams who aren't so good, like the Chargers, who haven't won a single game yet. The Chargers are interesting because it seemed like they were kind of going for a rebuild in the offseason. They drafted a quarterback in the second round, so maybe they're looking to trade Justin Herbert. The Panthers and the Bucks are 5-0. Jalen Hurts and Carolina are having a great year. And as for Tampa Bay, it seems like 48-year-old Tom Brady has not lost a sweat after leading the Bucks to the Super Bowl last year. And, of course, we're undefeated as well. The only other winless team with the Chargers is the Seattle Seahawks. Currently, we have more points than anybody in the league, and we have allowed the least amount. I'm not surprised that we've scored more points. Our offense has been great. We've scored 40 points at least 3 times. But I was a little bit surprised that our defense was in first place. That's quite interesting. So as we look at this Cowboys team, we know what they've got. They've got Dak, they've got Zeke, they've got Coop, CeeDee Lamb, Kucharski, Gallagher, and then they've got plenty of talent on the offensive line. Still one of the best lines in the league, led by Zach Martin and Lyle Collins on the right side. And some good players on defense with Trayvon Diggs, Micah Parsons, who's actually out for the year, Eddie Jackson, DeMarcus Lawrence, Kyle Duggar, former Eagle Josh Sweat. This is a really good team. There's a reason why they made the playoffs last year. There's a reason why they made the Super Bowl 2 years in a row prior to last year. And there's a reason why they're 4-1 this year. The Dallas Cowboys, throughout this series, have continuously built up good football teams. They have been easily our main competition in the NFC East, with Washington and the Giants stinking up the bed per usual. So here we go. Week 6, Season 5, Sunday Night Football, 2 big-time rivals, the Cowboys and the Eagles, as there's Chet Kucharski on 3rd and 6 with the first down. Center Tyler Biadasz hurt on the play for Dallas. The Cowboys have it at the 42-yard line as it's a handoff for Ezekiel Elliott, and he runs into his offensive lineman, losing 3. I think they're going to credit Isaiah Simmons with the tackle, but that was more so Zeke running into his lineman's rear end. 3rd and 10 now. The Cowboys make up the yardage from the loss. Prescott looking to throw it. Takes a shot for the end zone, and it is intercepted. C.J. Thomas picks it off, and the Eagles get the football back. Dak pretty much said, F it, I'm going to launch it up for Amari Cooper. And that's not a smart idea when C.J. Thomas, who has better ball skills than any corner in the NFL, is there. So he makes the play. The Eagles have the ball. Good start to the drive as Rosemont St. Clair gets 20. Pushed out of bounds. Nice run for St. Clair, who is one of the many Philadelphia Eagles who are on expiring contracts at the end of the year. 3rd and inches. Madison misfires for Devontae Smith. So that brings us to an interesting 4th and inches. The Eagles are going to get ballsy and go for it. Interesting decision. Madison calls for an audible. He sees all these defenders stacked in the box. So he calls for an outside run. That proves to be a good decision as Tazewell Hubbard gets about 10. Smart play by Madison. Good run by Hubbard. That'll keep the chains moving. Following play from the 22. Madison gets it to his good buddy Tykeem Keon, who has been unbelievable this season for the Philadelphia Eagles. Not just the best receiver in the league, but as I said earlier, probably the best offensive player in general in the NFL. 3rd and 9. Madison tries to get it back to Keon, but it's broken up by Chris Gentry. So the Cowboys get the stop. That'll bring out the field goal team. Heavy winds today, upwards of 15 miles an hour, as Zebediah Phoenix II, who has not missed a kick all year, remains perfect. So it's now 3-0. The Eagles on the board, and the Cowboys are looking to answer. 2nd and 10. Prescott fakes the sack, but is still brought down. Joe Manning with the initial contact, and the big fella, Jabari Achebe, finishes it off for a loss of 8. That'll make it a 3rd and long here for the Cowboys as their offense looks to get on the board for the first time today. Prescott under more pressure. His pass is incomplete for Gallagher. Apparently there's a field goal, and Aaron Donald is injured. They would say he dislocated his shoulder. Not a serious injury, but he will not return to the ball game as that wraps up the first quarter. 3-0 lead in favor of the Philadelphia Eagles. Not a crazy start, but the Eagles look pretty good so far as we open up the second quarter. 2nd and 7 from the 44. Madison scrambling. He connects with Tykeem Keon, who gets it to the 20. The Texas Longhorn connection continuing their very impressive start to the season. The Cowboys would actually challenge the ruling that Keon was in bounds. The play stood. Dallas lost their timeouts, and Tykeem Keon a couple plays later scores a touchdown. Tykeem Keon has scored in every single game so far this season, and today he's going to keep his streak going. So it's now 10-0. Philadelphia ahead. The Cowboys still have time to figure this out as Amari Cooper brings it to the 38-yard line, wrapped up by C.J. Thomas. 3rd and 8 now from the 36-yard line for the Cowboys, who are pretty much in fringe field goal range at the moment, as it looks like they're setting up for the screen for Ezekiel Elliott, and he is going to lose 2, wrapped up by J.J. Watt. Now C.J. Thomas is injured. The Eagles have had a few minor injuries today. Aaron Donald, who dislocated his shoulder. C.J. Thomas is banged up. Devontae Smith got banged up as well. Luckily, none of those are going to be multi-week injuries. Thomas and Devontae Smith will be back later in the game as the Cowboys missed a 55-yard field goal. Zebediah Phoenix would have drilled that, just saying. So it remains 10-0. The Eagles have the football back as Tazewell Hubbard makes a nice cut to the side, jukes out the defender. Great run for Tazewell Hubbard. As much as the Eagles have gone a little bit more vertical passing oriented this season, Tazewell Hubbard has been fantastic. He's gotten the ball a little bit less, but he's averaging even more yards per game than he did a year ago. He's been really, really good. The former Eagle, Josh Sweat, with the sack on 3rd and 11. Surprised he didn't tear a hamstring, bringing down Malachi Madison. So that'll force a punt, and the Cowboys get it back. 3rd and 3. Prescott misfires on the screen for Elliott. This Eagles defense is playing out of their minds right now and are quietly one of the best defenses in football. Now on offense, very tough throw hauled in by Tykeem Keon, who's getting close to 100 yards here in the first half. He's caught 7 of Madison's 8 completions. Now he's torching Trayvon Diggs today as we're at the 2-minute warning. 10-0 lead here for the Eagles, looking to keep this strong drive going as Madison's under pressure, sacked for a second time today by Josh Sweat, getting some revenge on his old squad as that'll make it a 3rd down and 16 here for the Eagles. Madison scrambles to his right, hoping somebody gets open. It's Devontae Smith back in the game from his minor hiccup in the first quarter. He gets 27 yards. As good as Tykeem Keon has been, Devontae Smith has had an under-the-radar, also really good season as Madison is picked off on the very next play by Trayvon Diggs. Tykeem Keon was the intended target. And again, as good as Malachi Madison has been, the interceptions have been a little bit higher than you'd hope for. That's his 7th of the year. And to put that into perspective, Xander Vanderwall only threw 9 interceptions all of last year. The Cowboys have it back, nearly a safety, as Prescott is sacked up a 1-yard line by Jabari Achebe. So now it's a 3rd and 7 from the 11. If the Eagles get a stop, they could have an opportunity to score before halftime. Prescott scrambling under pressure, heaves it up, and it is caught down the field by Lamar Gallagher, who breaks a tackle. Gallagher off to the races, gets by Onwosu. It's an 89-yard touchdown for the Cowboys. There's something very fishy about this play, and this touchdown, quite frankly, should not have counted. Prescott is very clearly past the line of scrimmage as he throws the football. Look at that. Not even close. I don't know how you can dispute that. A horrible no call there from the officials, but obviously they're going to help out the Dallas Cowboys as much as they can. So that's going to wrap up the first half, 10-7. The Eagles should absolutely be up by more. Philadelphia has been the dominant team for 19 minutes, but Malachi Madison got a little bit carried away with the interception. And again, that touchdown should absolutely not have counted. They just robbed the Eagles of 7 points pretty much. So Philadelphia is going to open up the second half. Good gain of 15 here for Tazewell Hubbard. Again, I want to get Hubbard more involved. The pass game's been obviously really good, minus the turnover. But we certainly want to focus on running the ball here, especially with this lead as Rosemont St. Clair gets a nice gain of a 44. Good start running the ball for both Hubbard and St. Clair here in the third quarter as it's now a 3rd and 4 from the 38-yard line. St. Clair joins Madison in the backfield as he looks to throw it. Again, scrambling. He has JT DeMarco open in the flats but misses the throw. Can't miss that pass if you're Malachi Madison. 4th and 4 at the 38. The Eagles are going to go for it. Tazewell Hubbard looks to outrun the defender, and he does. What a run for Tazewell Hubbard. He should not have gotten that first down, but he makes an awesome play as David Agdabungo, former first-round pick out of Baylor a couple years ago, is hurt for the Cowboys. Following play, back to Hubbard with blocks inside the 10. Tazewell Hubbard continues to play at an extremely high level as Williams is now hurt for the Cowboys. Both teams have had a ton of guys get banged up tonight. 2nd and goal from the 5. It's Tykeem Keon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 11th. Yes, his 11th receiving touchdown of the year. For most receivers, 11 touchdowns in a season is really good. Tykeem Keon has done it in like 1/3 of a season. He's on pace to score over 30 touchdowns, which is ridiculous. So the Cowboys have the ball back after their fraudulent Mickey Mouse touchdown on the last drive as Winston gets a solid gain of 16. Now a 3rd and 4 here at the 37. Dallas is in fringe field goal range, so they kind of got to convert here or give it to the other team. C.J. Thomas gets the interception. It was hard to tell if he was in bounds, but if he was, that's his 2nd interception of the game. We're going to get a closer look on the replay if he got both feet in bounds right here. Let's look at this angle. Yeah, he is. There would be no review on the play, so it does stand. C.J. Thomas picks it off. Don't throw the ball his way. That's kind of stupid on the part of Dak Prescott. So now the Eagles have it back as Madison outruns the defender. Nice juke move, and he gets the first down. He was nearly sacked at the 1. Instead, he brought it to the 27. As much as I love Xander Vanderwall, he's not making that play. That's why the Eagles went out and got Malachi Madison. Following play, Madison fires into the hands of Devontae Smith, who brings it to the 48. Smith doesn't have a ton of receptions this year, but he is in the top 5 in the NFL in receiving yards because he has so many yards per catch. 3rd and 8, looking back for Smith, and he gets 24 yards. Malachi Madison has completed a good 6 passes in a row, and the Eagles are looking to make this a 3-score game. 1st and goal. Madison looking to throw it. He's again going to scramble with it, and he fires into the hands of Devontae Smith for the touchdown. So Smith comes down with the score, and the Eagles now lead 24-7. It should be 24-0, but again, that touchdown that counted and shouldn't have counted, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. The Eagles have choked some pretty big leads throughout this series, so he can't let the pedal off the metal quite yet. 2nd and 8, Prescott gets it back over to his tight end, Lamar Gallagher, who gets it to the 47-yard line for a solid gain. Gallagher has statistically been the Cowboys' best receiver today, largely because of that 89-yard touchdown catch that, again, had no business counting. First down, screen for Zeke. He is smothered in the backfield by the rookie defensive tackle, Zaire Savage. The young man out of Cincinnati has played better as his rookie season has gone along. I think he's shown some really good flashes here in limited opportunity. As on 2nd and 12, Prescott is sacked on the play by Zaire Savage. Savage got more snaps today with Aaron Donald missing most of the game, and he's had a couple good plays, particularly on this drive with the tackle for loss on Zeke and now the sack on Prescott. 4th and 12 from the 30. The Cowboys are going to go for it. They could make it a two-score game with a field goal, but instead Prescott is incomplete looking for Kucharski. Nice coverage there by Mekhi Diggins. So the Eagles get the ball back, looking to finish off the ball game here with an efficient drive of chewing the clock. As on 2nd and 10. Madison's going to scramble to his right. Madison hoping Tykeem Keon gets open, but he throws it behind the line of scrimmage, so that's a fumble, and it's picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Yeah, we're just going to pretend that play never happened and move on, because that was hard to watch. So the Cowboys are going to get the football back here at the 49-yard line with pretty good field position, but not a whole lot of time. As Dak on first down under pressure, he is sacked by Jabari Achebe. Achebe with a great game today, 2.5 sacks, showing what he can do when he is healthy, because he is a game wrecker when he's on the field. But obviously that's when he's on the field, as Achebe is now in the zone. 2nd and 19, Prescott connects with Chet Kucharski, who brings it to the 31-yard line. Really nice throw on the run from Dak, who I don't think has played horribly, all things considered. It's just the turnovers that have been bothersome for the Cowboys. 3rd and 9, Prescott's pass is picked off! C.J. Thomas with the hat trick, his 3rd of the game, as he gets up and runs by everybody. C.J. Thomas has nothing but green grass ahead. He's going to look to showboat as he gets in the end zone, and he's brought down just shy by C.D. Lamb. What a performance from C.J. Thomas, who's picked off Dak 3 times today. The Eagles are chewing some clock here, 3rd and goal. It's Tykeem Keon with his 3rd touchdown of the game. The Texas Longhorn connection connects for 3 scores against the Texas-based team. Normally we would just kneel out the clock there, but it's always F Dallas around here. Unfortunately, karma would be a son of the gun, as Zebediah Phoenix would miss the extra point, his first missed kick all year. I was really hoping Phoenix was going to go perfect all season long, so I guess that's what I get for showboating with C.J. Thomas and not kneeling the ball once we had it in the goal line. But whatever, a win is a win nonetheless, and a blowout win too, 30-7. The Eagles were clearly the better team today, and again, it should have been 30-0. That Dallas Cowboy touchdown should not have counted, but again, that's neither here nor there. When you can blow out a division rival on primetime football, you can't really complain. Dak Prescott, 23 of 39, 322, a touchdown, and 3 interceptions, all 3 of which were by C.J. Thomas. Malachi Madison was quite solid. Only 212 yards, I believe that's a season low, but he did have 4 touchdowns. Tazewell Hubbard ran for 101 yards. The goal was for us as a team to run for 150, which we definitely did. Tykeem Keon with 11 for 117 and 3. Last week he torched Xavier Howard. This week his victim was Trayvon Diggs. He's making some quote-unquote elite corners, I don't know if I would say that about Diggs, look foolish. 2.5 sacks for Jabari Achebe, and of course 3 interceptions for C.J. Thomas, a career high. He's had multiple 2-interception games, but has never gotten 3 before, so it was cool to see C.J. Thomas reach that milestone. Thomas now has 22 interceptions in the last 2+ seasons. That's really impressive. So we would respond to our pop-up messages here. They're talking about how we are losing sleep for Dak Prescott. Like, what? Yeah, Dak is good, but we're not losing sleep over playing against him. Maybe if it was Patrick Mahomes or something, I'd get it, but we're not losing sleep over Dak Prescott. No, they've got to consistently beat us for that to be the case, because over the past couple of seasons, we have consistently had Dallas's number. Aaron Donald will have his own ability to start next game. That's cool. Of course, his injury is not a serious one. He will be able to play. And then they're going to ask us who to give credit to, the running backs or the offensive line, and honestly, I've got to give it to the running backs. The offensive line did not have their best game this year yet. Tazewell Hubbard was still phenomenal. Tazewell Hubbard had a few plays where he should have lost yards, but instead got really nice gains. He had one of his best games I've seen from him. Unfortunately, it's not all fun and games, as our tight end, Machado Yamaguchi, suffered an abdominal tear. He's going to miss the next 2 games. Keep in mind, our bye week is in there. C.J. Thomas would unsurprisingly win Player of the Week. Second straight week, a player had 3 interceptions. Last week it was Xavier Howard. This week it was C.J. Thomas. The only difference is Xavier Howard also covered Tykeem Keon, who had like 100-something yards and 3 touchdowns. C.J. Thomas mainly covered Amari Cooper, who did absolutely nothing. So who had the better game between C.J. Thomas and Xavier Howard? I think it's pretty easy to figure that one out. So now we head into Week 7 here, Monday Night Football on the road against the Chicago Bears. And we know these guys very well. They beat us in the divisional round of Season 3. We beat them last year in the wild card round in a blizzard. So the Bears are certainly looking for revenge after we defeated them a season ago in the postseason. The Bears have made the playoffs every single season in this series, and at 3-2, they appear to be pretty good again. Of course, led by the 5th-year quarterback Justin Fields, who has been the true definition of a winner ever since he was drafted by the Bears. They've been a totally different team with him in their organization, and they have a very solid squad around him. Of course, they had Aaron Donald last year, but he is now with us, obviously, so I guess this is the Aaron Donald revenge game, if you will. So that could be a fun storyline, along with the fact that we've played these guys in the playoffs 2 years in a row. We're developing a little rivalry with them. The Bears have been, again, a great team throughout this entire series, and we've been pretty good for the most part, too, so it should be a fun battle here under the primetime lights of Monday Night Football. Our final game before our bye week, so unlike most teams with a Monday night game, we're not going to have a short week because we're not going to play next week. Next week is also the trade deadline as well, keep in mind. So the Bears open up with the football, 1st and 10. Justin Fields looking to scramble with it. Throws it away, but there's a flag. It's going to be a roughing the passer on Jabari Achebe. And, I mean, yeah, Achebe definitely did hit him after the throw. Achebe was already coming in to tackle him in the motion that Fields was throwing to. So I thought that was a questionable call, but again, I get it. You got to protect the quarterback. The pass is dropped by Deacon Rice there on 3rd and 2. Fields put it right in the breadbasket, but he wasn't able to come down with it. So 4th and 2, the Bears are going to go for it. It's a handoff for David Montgomery, and he is just short. Boone McAllister is the one who brings him down. So the Bears do not score on their opening drive, and the #1 offense in football gets their first opportunity to score against a very talented Chicago defense. Here's Tazewell Hubbard on the first play of scrimmage with a spin move past the defensive back, and he'll gain 25 yards. A great run for Tazewell Hubbard, who continues to quietly be one of the best running backs in football this year. I feel like the run blocking has taken a pretty big step down this year, but Tazewell Hubbard has still been unbelievably good. He's, I think, in the top 5 in rushing yards. Tykeem Keon only gets 3. They're on 3rd and 11, so the Eagles are forced to punt it, not really getting a whole lot going on that drive. So the Bears get it back, tied at 0. You don't find many low-scoring Eagle games too often this year. Is on 3rd and 6. Fields is incomplete, but we've got another flag. This one was a pass interference against Mekhi Diggins, and it'll keep the drive alive. A major blow for Philadelphia and a huge break for the Chicago Bears. 3rd and 5 now for Chicago. Fields looking to throw it under pressure, so he's going to run. There goes Justin Fields, sliding in front of his former Ohio State teammate Nehemiah Richardson at the 6-yard line. Nice gain of 24 for Fields, and I've got to say the Bears' offense looks a lot better than Dallas's did a week ago. 3rd and goal from the 8. Fields looks to throw it. He goes short for Montgomery, and he does not get much. Nice job by Mekhi Diggins to make up for his pass interference penalty earlier on the drive. So 4th and goal at the 6. The Bears are just going to have to settle for the field goal as the rookie kicker out of Purdue, Chris Thompson, splits the uprights, and the Bears take a 3-0 lead as we wrap up the first quarter. The Eagles have only thrown the ball once. Their offense hasn't really had the football for too long. Only 5 plays compared to 19 for the Bears. That's a pretty big difference. So the Eagles are looking to get something going here on this offensive drive. There's Rosemont St. Clair getting the first down with a nice gain of 16 yards. That'll keep the chains moving there for Philadelphia. 2nd and 13 now at the 37. Malachi Madison looking to throw it, scrambling to his left. Normally he goes to the right. He has a man open downfield. It's Devontae Smith, who is quickly hit hard, but not before bringing it to the 17-yard line for a gain of 50-plus yards. A huge play there for Devontae Smith, and the Eagles now with it in the red zone, nearing the goal line, looking to take the lead. As on 1st and goal, Madison scrambles, looking for his good buddy Tykeem Keon in the back of the end zone. What is that, 13 touchdowns now for Tykeem Keon? I've lost count. He is an unreal machine, and so the Eagles will take the lead 7-3. The Dallas Cowboys have it back from the 41-yard line, 2nd and 9. Justin Fields looking to throw it. He has a wide-open man. It's the veteran Allen Robinson, who, of course, played his college ball in the state of Pennsylvania at Penn State. Brings it to the 37, wrapped up by Hannibal Savage and company. The Bears have had a number of their offensive linemen get hurt, which is interesting because both Aaron Donald and Jabari Achabe got injured on our defensive line. Donald dislocated his shoulder again, and Jabari Achabe bruised his sternum. So they're both out for the game, but they'll be back next week. The Bears going for a 50-yard field goal, and it's short. How are you short on a 50-yard field goal? There's no wind today at all here at Soldier Field, and he was well short on a 50-yard field goal. Why is this guy kicking in the NFL again? I don't know. He clearly doesn't have an NFL leg. So it remains 7-3. The Eagles had the ball back. Madison looking to get out of the pressure, but he is sacked for a big loss on the play. Wrapped up by Deo Odenigbo, the 5th-year pro out of the University of Vanderbilt. Spent his first 4 years with the Colts before being signed by Chicago in the offseason. 3rd and 25. The Eagles looking for a big play. When in doubt, heave it up for Tykeem Keon. A 59-yard score for Keon, his 2nd touchdown of the game. This time, Jalen Johnson, who is again one of the better corners in the NFL, has been victimized by the best receiver in football, Tykeem Keon, and the Eagles now lead this one 14-3. The Bears looking to respond here late in the first half. Is it the read option? Justin Fields keeps it, gets the first down before being quickly wrapped up by Joko Onwosu. Fields with nearly 50 rushing yards on just 3 carries here in the first half. His legs have been churning, they've been busy, and they've been pretty solid. As on 1st and 10, it's David Montgomery with a nice play to the 47-yard line, wrapped up by Nehemiah Richardson. Time is ticking. Just over a minute to go. The Bears still have all 3 timeouts as Fields is scrambling here, takes a shot deep, and it is caught. What a play by Darnell Mooney to bring it down at the 2-yard line. Nehemiah Richardson almost made a play on that ball, but Mooney did a good job of boxing him out to come down with the ball. And then the very next play, 1st and goal, the Bears will punch it in. It's Darnell Mooney with the score, and the Chicago Bears are within 4, as it is now 14-10. The Eagles have 36 seconds and a timeout at the Chicago 45, 2nd and 2. Madison is wrapped up by Khalil Mack, so it doesn't look like the Eagles are going to have enough time to really do anything. 4th and 11, 5 seconds left. The Eagles are going for it. So the Eagles are kind of banking on this play lasting at least 5 seconds. Madison hit as he throws, takes a shot deep for Keon. It's incomplete. That was an interesting strategy, especially considering the Bears kicker probably can't make a kick from 52 yards. Almost backfired because Khalil Mack almost got a sack on that play. So a gutsy call by Coach Britton, and it doesn't really end up mattering all that much. 14-10, we've got a good one here at the half. The Eagles haven't played many close games this year since they've pretty much blown out everybody they've played. So maybe we're finally going to have a close game. The Bears are keeping it interesting. Chicago's defense has been good enough, although Malachi Madison has been really impressive. Again, I think he's thrown 1 incompletion today. The Eagles open up with the ball here on offense as Tazewell Hubbard with a nice run and stiff arm pushed out of bounds by Khalil Mack. That play right there is showing the difference between Tazewell Hubbard last year, who couldn't really make cuts to the outside, and then Tazewell Hubbard this year, who's been a totally different player when it comes to those outside runs. 3rd and 11, Rosemont St. Clair just shy of the first down marker as he's wrapped up at the 44-yard line by Khalil Mack and B.J. Hall. So it's 4th and 3. The Eagles are going to go for it. Interesting decision here. It's going to be a pass. Madison goes short for Tykeem Keon. He gets the first down. That'll keep the chains moving as Keon brings it to the 34-yard line. 3rd and 6 now at the 30 after the big 4th down conversion by Philadelphia. As Malachi Madison looks to throw it, he tried to get it to his slot receiver JT DeMarco, but the pass was offline. So that'll bring out the field goal team. 47-yard attempt here for Zebediah Phoenix, who does not have the kicking meter. Phoenix has struggled in his career at Soldier Field, but today he's been quite solid. 2 for 2 on PATs. He makes the 47-yard kick there, and so the Eagles now lead 17-10. The Bears have the football back. 3rd and 8 at the 44. Chicago looking to convert. Fields under pressure. Breaks the tackle, but is still sacked. Hannibal Savage and Cleveland Ferrell each get half a sack on that play. Hannibal Savage really getting some extra playing time with Jabari Alchabe injured. And whenever Hannibal Savage is in the game, he makes plays. He's a legitimately good player. 3rd and 1 from the 23 for the Eagles. The pass for Smith is incomplete. Philadelphia's gone for it twice today on 4th down. Why not go for it again? It's going to be a handoff for Tazewell Hubbard. Look at this. Tazewell Hubbard, that should not have been a 1st down. But, again, he's just a different player than he was last year. 2nd season, Tazewell Hubbard would not have made that play. 3rd year, Tazewell Hubbard just did. The Eagles keep the drive going. Very next play, Devontae Smith hauls it in. He brings it to the 4-yard line. Nice gain there for Smitty as it's 2nd and goal here. Just under 20 seconds left to go in the 3rd. Eagles looking to make it a 2-score game. And fittingly, it's Tazewell Hubbard who walks the red carpet and gets the score. Again, Tazewell Hubbard has played out of his mind, and when you have a passing attack that has been as good as the Eagles, it's really good to have a change of pace on the ground. And with teams focused on stopping the pass, they haven't put as much attention to the ground game, and Tazewell Hubbard has flourished. 24-10, the Eagles on top of the Chicago Bears as we now enter the 4th and final quarter of the ball game. 2nd and 6 of a 45. Fields has all day to throw it. With Aaron Donald and Jabari Alchabe both not on the field, yeah, stuff like that might happen. Although the guys in there should be making plays. They're certainly good enough. Cole Kmet brings it to the 9-yard line. A big gain for the former Notre Dame tight end. 2nd and goal now at the 3. 7.5 minutes left to go. Fields gets it back to Cole Kmet for the touchdown. And the Chicago Bears are not out of it. They're within 1 score. Again, this has been, I would say, certainly the closest Eagle game so far this season. Philadelphia's got to figure out how to finish this one off. 3rd and 2. Hubbard does not get the 1st down. He's wrapped up by Roquan Smith as Khalil Mack is now injured. So that'll bring up an interesting 4th and 1. The Eagles have gone for it 3 times today. They're going to make it 4. Going for it once again. Madison scrambling with it, hoping somebody can get it open. But he is sacked. Jalen Johnson brings him down. Johnson was in zone coverage there on the right side of the field. There weren't any receivers, so Johnson comes in, makes the play, and now the Bears with a touchdown could tie the game up. 4.5 minutes to go from the 50. Justin Fields connects with Allen Robinson, who gets by Thomas, who nearly picked that pass off, and is eventually wrapped up by Nehemiah Richardson. 3rd and 6 now from the 34. Fields looking to throw it. It's a screenplay. The Eagles are reading it like a book, and Fields throws it into the dirt. So 4th and 6, although this isn't technically for the game with how the Eagles have run the ball today, this is pretty much for the game. The Bears got to get this conversion here. Fields looking to throw it. He's going to take a shot deep downfield. It's hauled in at the 6-yard line by Cole Kmet, who has been huge in this 4th quarter for the Chicago Bears. 2nd and goal from the 6. 2.5 to go. Back to Kmet. He's just shy out of bounds of a 1. The Bears have 2 plays here to punch it in as we start with a 3rd and goal. The Chicago Bears looking to tie the game up. Cole Kmet has been huge in this 4th quarter. Can they give him another play? Fields back to Kmet. Touchdown. We are tied up. Cole Kmet with the score, and for the first time really all season long, the Eagles are in danger of losing. We have not seen Malachi Madison play crunch time at all this season because the Eagles have always been up by so much in the 4th quarter. He has not gotten an opportunity to have a game-winning drive until today. It's Malachi Madison's time to shine. He's been fantastic so far in this game, and he's going to get a nice run here. Good block from Dozier Baxby as Madison gets 24 yards, pushed out of bounds of a 46 by Jalen Johnson. Nice run there by Madison as it's now 3rd and 4 from the 48. Malachi Madison again looking to throw it, again scrambling. He could go for the run once more, or he gets it over to Ty Keem-Keon, who darts by Johnson and is wrapped up at the 22. Another big play for Ty Keem-Keon, who's having another massive game for the Eagles. It'd be a shame if Ty Keem-Keon doesn't get MVP votes. That's how good he has been. 1st and goal. Devontae Smith in the back of the end zone scores the touchdown. Late hit from Bartholomew Claybrook. Are they not going to throw a flag? Interesting no call there. I feel like the officials have kind of been against the Eagles today. And now they're going to challenge the ruling if Smith was in or not. Certainly a close one. I think he was in, and the play would stand. It is a touchdown for Devontae Smith, and it's 31-24. The Bears have 53 seconds and 1 timeout from the 17. We'll see if they can do it. That's a good start. Dexter Dixon III gains 22. The Bears quickly move in no huddle. Down to 30 seconds. Short throw for Montgomery. He's wrapped up a little bit past the 50 by J.J. Watt and Joko Nwosu as the Bears call a timeout at 20 seconds. Chicago's already running Hail Marys. I would try to run another play or two to the sidelines, but at least this way, Madden's not going to do something stupid and throw like a 10-yard check down and end the game. The Bears would not be successful on their first 2 Hail Mary tries, so now it's 3rd and 10 with 3 seconds for the ball game. Fields looking to throw it. His pass is going to be well short of the end zone. He wasn't even aiming it for the end zone, and it's picked off by Joe Manning, celebrating the victory so much so that he fumbles it. Picked up by Fields, but it's not going to matter. The Philadelphia Eagles take this one home, 31-24, by far the closest game we have had this season. But again, a win is a win, and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to start the season with a record of 7-0. The offense, again, was really, really good. The pass game was very good. The run game was very good. The defense was not as good today as it's been. The pass rush was so-so. The only turnover we had was the last play of the game, and Justin Fields played really, really well. Both him and Madison were very impressive with very similar statistics, but of course it's Malachi Madison's team who comes out with the victory. Tazewell Hubbard with another 100-plus yard game on the ground. He has 100. Well, I think he had 101 last week. Tazewell Hubbard continuing to play fantastic, along with Tykeem Keon, who had a little bit quieter of the game today. Only 9 catches for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. I say only. Cole Kmet and Devontae Smith also stood out. And then defensively, Bears pass rush was better than ours. We had the interception at the end of the game by Joe Mixon. And I got to give Zebediah Phoenix some credit. Last week he had to deal with the win. This week he had to deal with no kicking meter. And he only missed 1 kick, which was the extra point right at the end of the Dallas game. So that brings us to our Week 8 bye week. Both the Seahawks and Chargers are still winless. And the only other undefeated team with us, the 7-0 Jalen Hurts-led Carolina Panthers. Good for Jalen. I'm happy he is succeeding down there in Carolina. So that's going to wrap up the episode. Next time, we're going to cover Weeks 8 and 9. Week 8 is our bye week, but it's also the trade deadline. As you guys know, I like to have big moves around the league. So that's why next episode will only be 1 game at home against the Minnesota Vikings. We only have 1 more primetime game the rest of the year. That's Week 11, Monday Night Football against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We had pretty much all of our primetime games knocked out early in the season. We had 5 in our first 7 weeks, obviously winning all 5. So that's going to wrap up the episode. I hope everybody enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And if you don't, Tykeem Keon's going to go for 200 yards and 4 touchdowns against your favorite team.